at the start of the first COVID lockdown, when everything stopped and all the concerts were over, I was actually really in a fortunate position that I play an instrument that you can play on your own. I had repertoire in my fingers that was unaccompanied. And so quite near the beginning, I was able to start doing live streamed concerts from my living room with an awful lot of help with the tech, because I had no idea how to live stream a concert. I'd barely even ever done any videos of my playing. My phone was ancient and really not up to it. So fortunately, my boyfriend let me use his phone for those concerts and for any recordings that I did. As soon as his furlough ended, that was a massive problem for me being able to do any kind of online work, because I mean, genuinely, my phone makes me sound like a Dalek when I'm playing the violin. So that wasn't an option. So I was incredibly lucky to receive help from the RPS Enterprise Fund and Harriet's Trust to be able to get some better equipment to record myself and perform online, and to be able to make use of those opportunities that suddenly were out there while there was very little real proper live performing going on. With a lot of help from a bunch of friends who really know their stuff with tech, I was able to find the best solution, which was actually a really good quality iPhone, where I could literally, just with no ability or knowledge, just press go and it would record, whether I was doing videos or doing live streams. So it meant that I was suddenly able to, with absolutely no difficulty whatsoever, keep finding a way of earning a living online, and bring music to people. There's a massive wealth of online opportunities out there that I think probably very few of us had really made use of before the pandemic. And it was a massive learning curve in so many ways, but actually having that support made a massive difference. As well as getting better equipment, I was able to have some sessions with David Taylor, who really knows his thing when it comes to everything that's going on online, how to make use of those opportunities and how to explore what there is and make what you're producing of far better quality, and something that people actually want to engage with. Right at the beginning of the first lockdown, actually it was David who'd given me incredible amounts of advice just for free, when I was desperate and I didn't know how to attach even a very basic mic to my boyfriend's phone so that I could do live streams direct from that. Because the first live stream I did from my laptop, and the quality was absolutely appalling on every level. So actually just that help had been so important in getting me from doing something that, yeah, people might listen to of a one-off for, just to be nice, into something that people kept subscribing to and tuning into. And it meant that composers started sending me loads of music to learn and play that they'd written specifically for those concerts. So I did an amazing number of premieres over the concerts, as well as using the new equipment to do live stream performances and videos for example, for social media. It's enabled me to set up a Patreon page so that people subscribe to listen to recordings that I've done, or to ask questions about violins and about new music and old music and all sorts of things. And I genuinely don't think people would be that into it if I was still having to record on my old Dalek phone. So it's made a massive difference for those months where things are really quiet, to know that I have that extra income source. It's been incredible, just to have that little bit of security that as a freelance performer otherwise you simply don't have. It's also meant that I've been able to start recording in better quality those pieces that composers sent to me during lockdown. Many of the composers are early stage in their career, so it's really useful to have good quality recordings that can be sent out, for example, for applications, for competitions. A few months ago, I had a new album that was coming out. It'd been recorded during lockdown, crowdfunded just before lockdown, and everything had obviously been delayed because of COVID. when it came to the album launch, for a start, it meant that I was able to live stream some of that concert, which was happening outside London. So a lot of people just couldn't get to it. And also, people still weren't that happy about going out and going on the tube anyway and public transport. So it meant that I could share that launch with an awful lot more people. And the composers who I was performing were able to hear their music when they couldn't have made the actual live performance, which was amazing. And also, there is no way after 2 years of COVID that I was able to afford, like I would normally do, to get a professional promo video for that album. And having this equipment and all the skills that I've learned over the last months with video editing and post-production and so on, it meant that I was able then, with a bit of help, to create a video that, I mean, obviously it's not going to be the quality of somebody who does this for a living, but it was really possible and acceptable as a promo video for an album, which, if it hadn't been actually for the support from RPS and Harriet's fund, for a start, I wouldn't have the quality of equipment to be able to do that. But actually, by getting the better quality equipment, it's made me learn so many more skills than I would have bothered learning if I didn't have decent equipment. So it's given me so many skills that have been so unbelievably helpful and important in a time when money is scarce. Finally, a massive thank you to RPS and Harriet's Trust for selecting me for one of the Enterprise Fund Awards. It's, as I've said, made an incredible difference to everything for me in the last months, in what I've been able to achieve and how I've been able to bring music to people. Thank you.